Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Nick, your host of On the Scene with Martini. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget, you are the scene.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nick, honestly with Martini. Today I got Jason, Long Island, Grael. How you doing today?
Doing good. How's it going? Yeah,
Good. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you asking. It's always was very curious.
I,
So yeah,
well, welcome, and I hope by the end of this show your curiosity will be fulfilled.
it should be, or it'll blossom into some other shit. We'll see how it
Yeah,
goes.
that's cool with me. That's cool with me. But yeah, Grael was like just to start out strong, I guess. Like Grael was like one of those bands that kind of you guys just popped off last year, starting out last year, and playing on some crazy shows. So I figured, I mean, I always love trying to like hit up like the Long Island and the New Jersey band. So this was like a no-brainer for me.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
But yeah, before we get into all your Grail stuff, obviously like everyone has like their own story with like getting into music and like upbringing and stuff. So you mind just running us through that, and then we'll kind of go from there and get more a little bit more specific.
Hmm? Um, I like truly, I'm not sure where exactly to start. Like,
Like what
I
was
feel
like
like
that was what was that first record or that first artist or band that like your a family member showed you that like was just like get you intrigued into music? Like for me, my parents always make the joke that like I was like sitting in front of the television at 3 weeks old watching like the Eagles and Fleetwood Mac live albums or
hmm
live shows. Like was there anything that kind of stuck out to you like that?
I mean, like my grandparents, I was like the closest with from Tennessee, so all their shit was like they like electrified blues and shit, and like they would call it down home blues. So like I just grew up hearing that stuff all the time, and then my uncle, one all my uncles were DJs, but the one that I was closer to, and still am. Like I live with him. He kind of did like more like soul stuff. Um, but even like with that, like I mean, they would joke with me saying like Honey Money and stuff, which is like I would say like from Elvis and shit. And my mom loved Elvis, um, but like only 50s Elvis for me, you know. But like I did kind of like music, and I will say like I think my first CD was like or CDs was like it was like Weezer, like the Blue album, and then like later on I did get like a System of a Down thing, but like the first thing that like that somehow feels like the it like a time out of time is the song fucking Filth from Deer and Gray, and that changed everything. Like that brought into like a realization like, oh, this is something different, and like like everything I've gotten into is like an obsession, but that has always been. Yeah. So
So
yeah.
when you were younger, did you grow up too in Tennessee then, or were they just originally from there?
Now they were from there. Like my dad's side's from Tennessee, and my mom's from Mississippi.
Okay.
But they all like funny enough, when they came here, like they moved a town away from each other, right? And then like they found each other later and shit. But like um I I went to Tennessee like we would go for um like funerals and shit like that. Like a
Yeah,
lot,
like
you
the
know, because
sad
like
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, but like then that's like mixed with like vacations with my grandparents, right? So
Mhm.
like it wasn't really like always a sad thing. Like it was more of like an explanation. And like it's like, oh shit, like this is like okay, this is where your house was. This is this fucking dirt road ass thing, right? These are my crazy ass cousins. And
Mhm.
like so it was never like, ah, this is dreary. Um, yeah, it's just like part of it. But I did it feels like in memory like every summer I would go to Tennessee.
When you first started listening to like you were saying like blues and you were kind of that's and that way you were brought up for a little bit listening to that
Mhm.
was did you have like a love for music then or was it when you kind of got into like the heavier stuff where you realized that this was your thing and that was your kind of way to fall in love with the genres and the scene?
I probably always like a love for it. Like there were songs. I know like I would ask my mother to play I don't even like it's like I'm Your Boogeyman, like that song like over and over again. And then they said like I would like run around the house and like snap to music and shit, you know. So yeah, that like that was always part of it. And then I was also forced to be in like the church choir because my mother was the director. So I had no choice in that. But then that was an excuse to hang out with my cousins, and then we would like talk about like doing like at that time it would be like boy bands and stuff, you know. But which just grew into regular bands, which grew into electronic projects with like my main cousin Naquan. He's the one that showed me Darren Gray. So
Okay.
yeah.
What was like the first, what was like the first time? Was there like a time that you remember like hearing like an, I don't want to say like alternative, but like just a non-normal song that stuck out to you
Yeah.
and that like kind of flipped the switch for you?
It was like I think maybe honestly like I feel like it's like it was probably 2001 or 2000. Most likely 2001. I think that's when the Darren Gray single came out because like I remember going to my cousin's house and he was like on like the family computer and shit. And I was like what is this? And he's like, oh, this is a visual kei band. Like, I don't know the person's name that showed him it. He said that they were called Pizza Face. So like I thank them forever, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Shout out Pizza Face.
yeah, yo, for real. Like that fucking changed everything. And like, you know, he's like, oh, this is visual kei, blah blah blah. And then he was like, oh, I'm learning Japanese. And I was like, okay, sure, I will too. Like, but then like I got upset. Like we would go here, and then I would like go and like have to figure everything of it out. Like not just like what like the thing's like meaning is, or like its absolute being, right? Like all of it. So I would say probably then, yeah.
How old were
And
you at that point then?
I would have been 10 if it was 2001. So, but it was a little different because like my father like he was like a huge like nerd, I guess, you know, and like even when I was like little, like when I was one, he showed me like fucking violent ass anime shit that he would get when he
Yeah.
would like go to Chinatown and like fourth world comics and everything. He would just bring it home to me, and then like as I got a little bit older, still like maybe to like 4 or 5 and shit, he would like leave for work and be like, "Okay, watch this, and I'm gonna come home and ask you questions about it."
Really?
And yeah, yeah. So like I always and like you know some of the stuff was dubbed, some of it wasn't. So like I grew up hearing the shit. So like when it was like, oh, like there's a Japanese like music, like okay, do that. And then, but at the same time, like my cousin and I were like mall goths and shit like that, playing like DDR and stuff. So we were getting everything of like that realm of music or whatever it was at that time, you know, and like changing our favorite bands every week.
So
Yeah. So
are you like fluent in Japanese or still practice Japanese?
I don't practice anymore. Like when I was like in classes and shit and like really like hyper like that was my thing. Like
Yeah.
I could say that like I I was. I wish I have like the understanding now at
Hmm.
that time, but yeah. Yeah, then I was. I don't use it that much anymore, but like if I get into the flow of it probably, yeah, you have to. Like I remember we played with Gun to God's Head and like mentioned something to the singer like they know Japanese. They're fucking using that shit too. So
Yeah.
like that was pretty cool. Yeah.
So fast forward then, we were talking too about how before the show about how like you also like play bass and you're just very involved in the music scene, right? Like what was like that first, did you have like that first band in high school that kind of gave you a jump start into like your musical career that you could think?
Excuse me. I I mean the first thing I saw like live band playing was like Fall Out Boy playing like right as From Under the Cork Tree came out. But like I said prior to that, it was just like trying so hard to find any bit of information on any Japanese like visual kei band possible, but then also like spending all of my time like listening to whatever the fuck was on like any music channel, and then like my cousin had like a higher internet than me. You know, I had dial up forever and shit, and like he didn't, and he was able to like download a lot more. So he would find stuff, and then I would kind of figure out what I liked from that, or he would like a band, and then I would have to like the opposite one, and we would trade off like that, like kind of like vortex out and cover ground. But
What about from like a playing perspective?
like when I
What?
started playing,
Hmm.
probably probably around like the same exact time, like
Okay.
because when I remember like I went like Fall Out Boy did like an in store over at Looney Tunes here for the thing, and then the next day I
That's
went into
wild.
school. My probably first and like eternal best friend Tyler Chow, like I saw him like walking through the halls like this kid with a fucking faux hawk and shit, and I was like, "Yo, you like Fall Out Boy?" And he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay, you want to borrow my CD?" And he was like, "All right," and then we started hanging out. First time we hung out, our parents banned us from hanging out with each other.
What happened?
You're fucking crazy. Like I'm, yeah. He was like the like uh, around the end of that hangout. He like was arguing with his mom on the phone, and he fucking smashed that thing on the ground, and like it was crazy. But then we would keep hanging out, and
Yeah.
like all the time. But immediately it was like, okay, let's figure out how to like start bands. It's like none of us knew how to play shit, right? I ended up having a guitar later on from like guitar class, so I would try to play, and then I somehow convinced my parents to give me a drum set, so I would do that, and it was just like a switch off for whatever. But like as far as like the first like band, like official band that I was in that played like live and shit,
Yeah.
that was in like 2007, I would say.
What was that been? What kind? And what was like your role in it? Like were you bass or guitar?
I did vocals in that one, and it was called Today Till Death. So it was that times Long Island beatdown shit. It was purely open E chugs, but in like drop fucking B or some shit like that. Like we found like the one metal dude in the school that could play guitar and did not like hardcore, but we would make him, and yeah, we played a few shows, good amount. That time was also very terrible. Like I mean, it was like 2000. Like we stopped in 2008, but like that was it was nobody liked each other. It was very
Oh, really?
like anybody like it was a violent ass like time in hardcore.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I see, like I'm a little younger, so
Mhm.
like when people talk about like the early 2000s, I feel like not a lot of people talk about it for that reason.
Yeah, yeah. Which is it's fascinating because like the people that like I knew from that time that stick around now, like we've had like battles and shit with each other, and but then like now it's like, oh shit, yo, like that's the homie forever. You know what I mean? Like, but it's also kind of like like it's like young kids that need something to do, right? Like it's no different than like old like rock and roll motherfuckers like fighting each other.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Or like Teds and mods and shit like that. Like it's no different. It's the same attitude. Find something to do.
When
Yeah,
you
but it
were
was definitely beat down.
were you in that when in that during like that ti era or like time frame, were you going to shows and participating in that kind of stuff, like in the pits and stuff? Where
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like at that time, it was like probably a show was always guaranteed damn near to get shut down.
oh really?
Um, yeah,
That's wild. And this is like at that you're still you're in Long Island now at this point.
yeah, yeah. I'm always in Long Island. Like I was born in Westchester, but I was only there for
Okay,
a year. Yeah,
gotcha.
that because like my mom was up there, so then like then we're just here. Like this is where my family is. So as of like now, um, yeah. But
I I
mhm.
feel like Long Island has such like a like you guys need to have like your own subgenre of hardcore. Like there's just so many good Long Island bands like that come out. Or sorry, hardcore bands that come out of Long Island.
Mhm.
Was there like a show that you remember that was like I this is gonna sound like awful my wording here, but a show that was like just such a Long Island show that you remember just like absolutely loving, like a Silent Majority show or Incendiary or anything like that. And
I
if not,
mean,
that's perfectly fine too.
it's like strange because like there's shows that like I would think of that were amazing or like highly like very memorable, like probably some fucking stupid shit went down, you know?
Hmm.
But like also I remember like before I was 18, like there's Pete Judge and we met Quinn like over in town at Sinclair's and like Incendiary was playing and we were too young and like got kicked out early. Like but we were also like the young people moshing. I think like Quinn like knocked over somebody's like beer or some shit and we were like, "Oh yeah, fucking straight edge." Like just so it was cool for us, but like I do remember like somehow like I think Pete had his license at that time, which sure, and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna go get pizza, and we're gonna see Incendiary." And I told my mother, and she was so fucking mad. She didn't talk to me for the entire day. I don't know, like why. It was down the street, man.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like, um, yeah, like that. I mean, like I remember that. But then there's always there's like the Long Island fests were always pretty cool.
Hmm.
Um, but like as cool as I mean, I okay. There was one show. Fuck. I think it might have like Backtrack was playing, Deathbed was playing, um, and a couple other maybe like Foundation or some shit. But like my friends and I, we were doing a tape label at that time, and we redid the Backtrack '08 demo, and we put out the For the Few from Deathbed, and that was like extremely like important feeling for us. Um, then like there was the memorial show for little Greg, which was in Brooklyn, but like at that point that was like Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island United shit, you know?
Yeah.
That was like later on, but then, you know, like every incendiary show was the coolest shit in the world. And then even like when like K9 started like pushing this shit like crazy, like that was it, because like that was the sound like was completely waiting for and looking for, you know? Like, yeah. I remember Disembodied played here once, and it was like one of the most terrifying shits ever. Like just room wise, um, and I don't
Sometimes
know
a
if there's like,
scary room man can change your attitude about the whole show.
dude, it was some shit because like, that was absolutely. But like, I mean, yo, as much as fun as all the stuff in was, now is better, completely,
Hmm.
completely fucking better. Even just like the show that went off on like I think it was Friday, like Liberate played, and it was like their sets have just been getting more and more insane. Over like like I don't know like what to do. It hasn't been a time in a very long time at a show where I'm like standing there, I'm like, oh shit, there's nowhere to go. Like and,
Hmm.
and that was that feeling as soon as that like popped off. So it's now the show's like it's almost like every show I leave now and I'm like I don't know when it's gonna like plateau, and it doesn't, you know. And I'm like, all right, we're like continue. So yeah, um, but not of like because I don't really. I mean, there's certain things with Long Island stuff like I like certain like I love Long Island and absolutely dedicated, and then I'm like I also don't listen to like a lot of stuff, I guess that I maybe should or you think you would or whatever. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, like obviously, like neglect is like a fucking very very close to heart. But like, I found out about neglect because like I met the bassist when I was like 16, at his niece's sweet 16, and like he came up to me, he was talking to me, he's like telling me about neglecting shit. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. And then like, and like, you know, and then like later on, I was like, oh, this is the Long Island fucking heartbeat, you know? Um, yeah, yeah.
For sure, but I want to jump into Grail too because I mean, you guys are just came up on your anniversary of your first show played, right? You guys played your first show in April, or your first flyer on your Instagram at least was
I think so.
Division of Mind April 2nd. So like you're basically at that like full year of like playing shows and stuff. But I definitely want to get into, I mean, you guys were on an impressive bunch of past shows this past year, but not only that, like your upcoming shows and festivals that you guys are a part of are kind of crazy. But starting out too, you guys put out World Without End, your
Yeah.
first four track, and it just like took off truthfully. Like everyone in the scene was talking about it, which is crazy. But what was like your thoughts going into that record? Like what did you want to accomplish with that first? I mean, putting out your first music is easy in the sense there's nothing else that people can judge you on,
Mm-hmm.
but you also have to make it memorable so the people that follow you from the day one are like, the EP was better.
Yeah. Um, I mean, like truthfully, there was never supposed to be any like formal release. Um, but like I've known like Alex Casey forever. He's like met my family, right?
Hmm.
Um so he is probably one of like the only people I would trust, you know? And like like other people from Long Island shit too, but like we were just kind of if we were going to record, it was going to be on like our own accord. But like he hit us up about it and we just really talked to it. Like talked about it for like a second. Like we ended up seeing each other at a private mine played in Connecticut and we ran into each other. Um but like aside from that, it was like we played prior to that first show, we would do like a couple of secret sets and everything.
Hmm.
Like after on we played it was like Glory is a Ghost. I think that was like their release show. They're very cool. Homeboy's down south right now. So but and then it was also like Liberate and shit. It was a crazy fucking show. And like um we just came up right after, played a quick song. A couple of the friends knew like they heard like rumblings of it and shit, like maybe heard like a riff or a recording from practice and stuff. And then like my best friend, like Tyler, he was also there, which is like I'm really happy he was able to see that because like he was living in Ohio at the time. Um and like it was just gonna be like, oh shit, we're all at the show. Okay, let's like just jump on and play something really quick. It's like and like Sal was our drummer at the time too. Like really the vision was all it was like I didn't have a sound in mind at all. Um, it was more like who I went up to and spoke with about the band, um, explaining like I would speak with them on like a sonic aesthetic level of things, right? Like so if like I mentioned like a band maybe as inspiration, it wasn't so much because of how they sounded or what they did or what they were about, but like the the feeling of the band, right? Like so that's how it was communicated for each thing and like yeah, like each person was basically like gathered like that. Um then when we went to play the first official show, um Brandon joined the band, which Brandon and Sal had known each other from touring and shit too. And like Sal truly signed off on Brandon, like, and Brandon is a fucking genius, truly. Like, it's intimidating as hell to work with, like, everyone from Sal to fucking Brandon to Dan to fucking Mark to Christos. Like, it's like it's insane, right? But yeah, I don't know. We continued from there, and then we just kept like kind of like writing a little bit, like piece by piece and everything. Dan is definitely like the biggest part with the guitars and everything,
Hmm.
and then we'll work on it and put it together. But like there wasn't like I don't really think of like end product or like the end of something. It's just kind of like explode excess. It's right there, right? And like whatever else fucking happens, it happens, right? A lot of it I will be hands off with and like allow the rest of them to take care of it because like I just need I need the thing to happen then.
Yeah.
The rest of them, they're good with everything else, like putting together shows, like organizing stuff, wanting to like do things. I don't know, records and all that shit, right? Like, and then I'll be like, hey, like here's this artwork, right? We'll use that. But yeah, yeah.
Do you do the artwork then? Because I know you were talking about like your day job. You work a lot with art.
Yeah, like I mean, in my job, it's like it's management. Like I have to fucking write checks and manage grants and shit like that, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
but it's I do most of the art stuff. The shirts, Anthony does a lot of them though. The last few I did the logo, like the most recent one we're
Hmm.
using. I guess I've done well actually. One of the Nylons did one of the first logos, but the Anthony and I will work on like the shirts. He gets all that shit together because like I can't be fucked with the fucking like getting things print ready in that degree, and he's very good with that. Like he's a professional designer, but like
Yeah.
as far as like the album artwork and stuff like that, that's like I do that. Yeah.
Is that something that's important to you to kind of keep in-house with you guys? Or has it just
Yes.
kind of good? I
No,
like that.
unless it's like someone that like know them like by heart,
Hmm.
like, and I can trust that if like it's put into their hands, like they have like an absolute degree of insanity that will go to the right place, you know? Like there have been a couple of people that have helped on stuff like the back of our rune shirt. Lil Chris did it, and it's like we didn't have to fucking tell him to do anything. He just knew what to do, you know? So
That's cool. I like that. And like I feel like you're in the area where you can be like that. Like the Long Island scene. I mean, you guys are all so connected. Even people that don't even know that they're connected, they are in some way.
yeah.
So it's cool to be able to keep that in house. Too, like you guys were put on you guys were on Streets of Hate. What
Hmm.
was that like something that you guys when they approached or like when you first put out your sorry, when you first put out your EP, were you approached prior before putting
Yeah.
out to be on that or
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
what was it
Um,
like being able to like be on a label like that, putting out like this physical media and having like that support system early on from the get-go?
it's like, I mean, I want to say heartbreaking, but not in a like, not in any bad or negative sense, right? Like, it's like the real like realization of like that weight or absolute of just a general support, like support to the point of like, okay, we're like we're going like over the fucking trench right now, and it's just like I'm already there, right? Like that type of support, that's insane, right? And it's beautiful, and there's no way like there's no measurement to say thank you in any regard, right? Because like it's Alex and it's also everyone else, right?
Mm.
Like really like Grail is like it is like for me it's just like it's for Long Island, right? And it's like a big thank you, but with that like there's not an end. It's just like you have to like continue, right? Like it is like the sun burning the fuck out without any degree of receive. So yeah, but it's cool. It's cool to know that we don't have to like worry about someone trying to like over tell us what to do, you know, or like having an oh motherfucker or anything like that. Like
Hmm.
there's nothing. It's in hands. It's understood. Like you know, everyone that like we've worked with on anything has like hooked it up to insane degrees, as in just like support, right? And like all the other guys, they have like their friends and shit from all over the place, right? Like I can be like old as fuck sometimes, but like you know they're you know they've like opened up and then like shown exposed to like mad shit because like I said I can just sit here in this fucking room and just like go crazy about stuff, but you know trusting the other dudes is like how we got to like Florida and shit, and like yo the fucking the South Florida dudes like like I would not give a fuck to live anywhere else of like other than Long Island if it has to be about a scene. Except the South Florida. Like those like they are they are just as crazy if not more, and like that was the truest fucking welcome. Like they know what to do. It's the realest shit in the world. And they took care of us to a degree that it's like for me it's like that was absurd, you know? And I don't like fests and shit too, and that was the funnest shit in the world, right? But I also had to get out of my own fucking way to be able to enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
With going on that still too, like getting recognized. We were talking a little earlier, Jordan from Blood Vulture. When I asked him like what was like the new like band up and coming or band that I've been really listening to, he mentioned Grail. That I believe that was actually the first one off that he said. Like what's it like getting that recognition from someone that's so respected in the scene, not only for his music, but having like one of the most prominent like talk shows and just being in part of it in general.
Um, it makes it not feel like because I feel like that I like to say it makes it feel like something is true,
Hmm.
like almost takes away the fact that it was true in principle, where it's like I think it does come from I don't know like the devotional level of dedication to the scene and like I guess hardcore in general is it's I can't say that like I don't want to say that it works because that just seems so fucking like reduce you know,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
but it's true, right? Like and it's like I yeah, it's it overwhelming at times, I would say,
for
right?
sure.
But then also it's like okay, we have to get like worse, right? Like we have to be crazy. Like everyone, like intensification has to be met with more fucking intensification, and we have to all continue, right? So that's how I would see it. It's cool as shit, and it's I don't know. It feels yeah. I don't know how to explain
No, you're
it.
good, man.
Like truly, it's like
Not every question needs to have an answer, so I totally get it. You could just tell like when
yeah.
I feel like when someone like recently I had someone like recognize me at a show, and like
Mm-hmm.
that's the coolest feeling in the world. Like because like everyone in the scene has their own type of art, whether it's like flyers, podcasts, being a musician itself, but getting that recognition, even though like none of us really in the scene, I feel strive for it,
Mm-hmm.
but naturally getting it just in a way makes it feel so rewarding.
Yeah.
And like you're not doing it for them in my eyes. Like when the artist is doing the art for themselves, anyone else is just welcome to enjoy it. But
Yeah.
it makes you want to continue it in that way. Like it makes you feel
Yes.
confident, and that's my eyes. That's my opinion on it, at least.
I agree. I agree full on with that. Like, yeah, completely. Like it like there's an ineffable like feeling to it, but then like when I say that I want to go and explain it, right? But like
Yeah, yeah.
that is the joy of that. Like that's like the impossible for like Rimbaud or Bataille or some shit like that, right? Like that's it. So yeah.
Not only we're talking too about like Long Island, like the diversity of it, but how did you find your style of hardcore? I mean, you guys are like on the more metal sounding side of hardcore instead of like growing up in Long Island, there's a ton of melodic popular bands. There's a ton of like you have your incendiaries, which I don't even know how to describe incendiary when they play. You have your traditional, like your silent majority. How did you figure out, or as a band, figure out Grail sound? Was there any like inspiration with other bands, or was it kind of you've been using the word intensification? Was it did you guys
Yeah.
kind of want to go off that?
There is that. Yeah, because it's like I mean, and there's always like I get the quote from like a film, but I'm sure like they had it where it was like the movie like Carry Your Darlings, and the person that's playing like Lucian Carr like acts like the Ginsberg motherfucker to write something, and he's like first thought, best thought, right? Like so, just like that thing, right? And then
Okay.
also like with the feeling of like actually what like surrealism was supposed to be before Breton fucking fucked it up, and then like with Bataille also where it's just like or like what like automatism is supposed to be, right? Like just start it and go, right? Like the end is not, it's not important, right? So it would be a thing of like at practice or the moment where it's like the gear to say, oh, maybe I should not do this, or should I do this another way, like stop it, right? Like blast through it and keep going. So it really was just that. It's like, oh no, like you think this is gonna be insane if you keep going, or it's gonna be stupid? No, like keep going, do it, right? Like so that was like truly the feeling of it. But like I mean, like with like sound wise, it's like conversation, like Anthony and I conversation wise, it's like we became close when we were in a band together, like with Ennui. Prior to that, we were kind of like in two different realms of like
Mm-hmm.
hardcore. We didn't even like talk to each other, right? But like now that's like my motherfucker, and like I would hurt a motherfucker for that nigga, and we would fight each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like so like that's absolutely what it is, right? Like, and then like new Dan would be crazy and perfect for the band because like when he first started coming around and moshing at shows, we were like, yo, who is this kid? Like, is this gonna be a problem? Like, and now we like fight each other at every show moshing, So like it's like, okay, like this is your style of what you're doing there. Like, I don't care what not cohesive competency you have in like whatever the fuck, because the expression of a thing is always going to fucking blow the technical out of fucking the any fucking sphere, right? Like so I knew this motherfucker, like his style of expression and what he did and passion for hardcore and shit in general was gonna come through in a whole nother way when he's fucking playing, right? And that
Mm-hmm.
happened with like everyone, and even just like I knew Mark from going to see fucking like Blame God and then like NYC Shootout and shit, and just like every Blame God thing, it's like this is insane, right? Like yo, truly like there's like, I mean, aside from the last Blame God show being one of the most ridiculous violent shits ever, right? Like like that's gonna be one of the things that people like look to, and like I would want to say like 10 years or or 5 years, but I do think that like the oscillation like time cycle of like when we do like the look back is getting shorter, right? um like so whatever people want to look back to a certain time, they're gonna see Blangon and be like, shit, I wish I fucking paid attention, because absolutely fucking magnificent of a band. And it's just like every band that Christos was in, like I was like losing my mind for. Like Christos is truly like the king of style, and and uh, the true like mystic and man that people want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's cool as shit. And then like I said, like the first time like proper meeting Brandon, and I think we talked about embodiment and like donuts, and I was like, okay, yeah, like we're cool, that's it. Like right, like but yeah, nah, everybody's a fucking wizard. I don't even know what the fucking question is, man. You gotta put me back in.
You're good.
Like
You're good. You're good.
like putting the sound together and shit. Like it really just is like I mean, like Dan said his first like hardcore band, I think he said, was E-Town Concrete, and I was like, I'm sorry, like that's crazy, bro. Like I love E-Town, right? Like E-Town played on Long Island, like at AMH for that first time. Like that was, there's like not a bigger smile on my face. Like something about E-Town and Long Island, that's
Mm-hmm.
it, right? And like, but like also Dan, I remember like he learned guitar like from um Matt Reed at one point, and Matt Reed was like the singer of Jukai. And I remember like when Jukai first played their first show, like we had been waiting, like my friend group at that time, for that sound for so fucking long. Like I think maybe or maybe not, a structure in the place, maybe something happened because it was just so insane. And also, like, Long Island has like the thing of like sometimes for new bands nobody dances, right? Like, or if it's like a new song in general, like, I mean, Long Island, probably other places too, but like that was it. It was like first note, like, what is this, right? And
Hmm.
like almost in a sense, and like Matt has been like around like support, like I love that dude. Even like I had did like some rap stuff for a little bit, which is like damn near secret, but like because I only worked with people in Japan, but like Matt and Evan were the only people in America that I worked with and trusted. And now that's like it's like he like is a part of Dan playing guitar, and I didn't even know that until Dan was fucking in the band with us, right? So which is also crazy because I think like Anthony and Matt like may have like been working on something in the past before we knew each other then too, right? And like there's so like how you said like the connections around here is like insane. It's like so many with
Hmm.
this band in general. Like it's kind of like if you wanted to like get obsessed with synchronicities and go like insane and like just like endless like like divination shit, like you can, like it would be it would be over fun. Yeah.
I want to kind of not top off, but talk a little bit too on like a final subject of like shows. Like this past year, you guys were on some crazy stuff, and some bands that you mentioned that were like a part of you being involved in the scene and stuff you played with. I have it over here. You played at like the Painted Truth VFW show, the Incendiary annual holiday benefit, and then like I'm sure this probably would have been a cool feeling. I know for me if I was in a band, but like the Tsunami and Scale being like the only local opener too on that bill. Well, what's it like getting that kind of recognition and already getting put on those kind of bills? And yeah, like what's a who's someone that you want to play with in the future as well?
um I mean, I'm always surprised what the shows are, right? Like, and what we get offered, and where it seems like I don't know if there's really like an idea of like a fit thing, but it's like if it's like some older bands and shit, like it's like yo, like I like okay, like I came up with these motherfuckers, so it's kind
Hmm.
of like that's like it's interesting, it's cool, but then it's also like even if it's like bands I don't listen to, I know maybe it's like sometimes the other dudes, like some of them will be really into it, or like for everyone else, like that shit, like it means a lot, right? And it's very important, just like sometimes to be there, and like I said, like from things like me not listening to something doesn't mean like I'm actively not listening to it. Like I'm just used to very much the bands that I'm exposed to is because I see them, right?
Yeah.
Like and then it goes from there. But like it's it's fascinating because like I can also be like a pain in the ass about like traveling until it's on the
Hmm.
move and then we're in the car and I don't shut the fuck up, right? Like so
Yeah.
then at that point it's fine. But like but putting it together prior to that. So
You don't like doing that?
fuck no. I don't do like even like you asked about like the shows and stuff like I shit. I remove myself from a lot of the booking or damn near all of it. I would say like 97% of it, and just let the homies take care of it. Deciding on that unless like something clashes with work or clashes with um like clashes with like tests or like you know is this like where is this with where even if it's a place that we say that we stand at, not so much ideology wise,
Hmm.
like because like doesn't fucking matter and can fucking care less, right? And none of us fucking agree with each other in the fucking first place, which is what makes it correct. um like I if I feel like something is not correct, I will say something and allow that to be we'll bring that shit to court, right? Like I'll step away for a minute and there'll be like over 100 fucking messages in the chat thing, and it's like just us like going back and forth, like maybe blasting out because I know every argument Anthony and I have ever had have been over because him and I define one or two words different and barely even that much, right? Like so it bleeds into everything else. But then at the end of it, it's like okay, we're joking and like we're
Hmm.
laughing about some shit. But yeah, they do the shows. I don't choose them, really ever, truly. Um, but the ones that we have like been offered, like the first one, like Alex Casey and Scanlon hooked that up and shit, which is like that shit is cool. And then like I said, the ones they've all been like extremely memorable. Like each one feels like another line of the Crusades and shit. But um yeah, I don't know. Like I mean, like even like the one that you mentioned, like that, like if you were playing, like it would be a lot like that show was important for me because like getting to like finally like meet Mike in Whispers because like
Hmm.
him and I like knew each other like online for a very fucking long time like
Oh,
from
really?
yeah, like he was in this other band and shit. And like I had this friend from like Singapore that knew some of the Thailand motherfuckers, right? And like I would know about shit from that. And then like there was also a dude from Thailand that was like shooting shows on Long Island for a very long time. And he saw me in like a Monument X shirt like years ago. And he's like, yo, let me take a picture of that. And then like even like before the show, like Mike and I were like messaging. He's like, "Yo, bro, like finally, fucking finally, right? Like we're gonna meet because it's like I like this nigga like is like kind of crazy,
Yeah.
Like, and then like I was like, "Yo, you want to do like a cover with us?" And he's like, "Yeah." Like, and even like when we rolled in there, like I had a shit day getting to that fucking place, and like a lot of like the rules and shit for like I guess you get to like I don't know like for parking and this and that and you have to say who's
Yeah.
gonna be there and like for me like I'm just gonna be a little bit of an asshole like a lot of the times with it because I don't want to follow the rules, right? But then I'll also do them, right? And it's also very, very helpful sometimes. And then when we get there, like it's all together and I understand it. But like when we walked into that place and I was like in a shit mood, and like as soon as we walked in, Mike was like outside of the fucking door, like to say what's up and like embrace, and like that changed everything, right? So like, and also like a lot of that time was like a crazy fucking time. Like this, the experience with Grill has been like a fucking like Arthurian trial,
Yeah.
truly, right? Like with everything else in life too. Um, but like it's always some shit like that happens that makes every show even even more. Like truth be told, I enjoy like personally like small shows in very small rooms where like none of us can get away from each other. Like that's my shit. So like but like, sometimes something like there are special things that happen in bigger rooms too,
For
but
sure.
yeah, the
And as
shows
a
are cool.
band too, you kind of like whether or not everyone wants to say like they just want to play like their hometown and just keep getting put on those kind of bills. But at the end of the day, as a band, to grow and to continue to get even more opportunities to play those cool shows, like you have to take those bills up too. Like I mean that's a no-brainer playing with like Tsunami, Scale, Whispers, like absolute no-brainer. Playing at what was it, Knockdown Center, right? Like
Yes,
that's a
yeah.
cool venue too. That's been housing a lot of hardcore stuff, which is cool too to see those kind of venues embracing our community a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like some of the bigger ones, like it's funner to be able to do some things. Like I had like that show, I had a picture with me of my friend from California who I tell everyone his name is Supreme Leader. So but he's one of my closest friends and shit. And then also like that was like one of the last shows I saw Tyler at, and he got to fucking like film us there, and then he came and shot the entire like release show. So it, like I said, it always becomes when I get out of my own way, like it becomes something special. But it's also because I I have to put my trust into everybody else, right? And know that it's going like it's handled and taken care of, which is like, even if it's like a thing of like starting the band, it's like I in a way have to cut my own fucking head off and like allow that guidance to be done, which is like I would say is the whole thing of hardcore, right? Like this is probably the only place where like the word like community is
Mhm.
actually fucking real and doesn't mean demographic or fucking market. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which like I mean shit, I like working in arts and having to be close to like government shit all the time. Like whenever people say community, they just fucking mean numbers, you know? Like
that's how it's for. I'm a nurse. It's the same way for us. It's it's upsetting to the point that we
yeah,
got with that. Truthfully, I think that's the easiest way to put it. It's just upsetting.
you know? But when it's like to know like something happens and it's like like everyone to a certain degree will be there
Hmm.
like if some shit pops off, right? Like or especially if somebody needs help or someone's family fucking needs help. Even like motherfuckers can put away their like mini fucking beefs and tensions, right? When it's really really fucking important to do something and take care of it. And that is real, you know?
For sure.
That's and it's like silent too. Like truly like it can be any type of tradition, any type of fucking club, all the shit. Like you can even like fucking like fraternities, fucking magical orders, anything. Like hardcore does it better. Truly does it better. And it's there's the element of silence, but not silence of your expression, right? Like and that's the thing because all other places do not have the level of expression that like hardcore has. Like it's an open floor, right? Like
Yeah.
you don't have to be able to play shit to be able to you know what I'm saying?
Trust me, I've heard some of the bands.
Yeah, but like yo, but then it's crazy because it's like I've heard bands that is like it can be like absolute fucking like ass, right? But it is the craziest fucking set in the world because they believe that shit, and it's
Yeah.
so like so long as they believe it, you believe it, and it's the best
Hmm.
thing in the world. Like shit, yo, the second like Grael like secret set we played in like this fucking the basement was so dusty it looked like it was snowing, right? Like and everything was out of tune. The every time you did vocals, the lights would shut off because we were motherfuckers running it through one power cord, like a power cable. It sounded like garbage, but it felt like the craziest shit, you know. Like
Yeah.
and like every other early band I played, like it was yeah, I can't play shit. Like I tell people, even like I know like four Ramones chords and that's it. And I'll move that shit around, but like best believe like whatever we're doing, we fucking believe it, right? And that's that's what fucking does it, you know? Like that's the crazy shit. Like that's why this shit's like maniacal. That's why like it feels like like Mishima and like fucking Batai and like the Nunzio and shit, or like Rimbaud and shit, like getting Marinetti. Like there's this current of like artists like insanity, like pure, right? Like it doesn't matter the tool or the thing. Like that spark is going to fucking go, and like it's like the for the motherfuckers when the money's not there, when the audience is not there, and if you're still gonna do it, like it's real and I know it, you know, and like and I think that's what's communicated. So that I mean that is like the heart of things with Grail completely. Like I mean you know what we had with like Ennui, like the last thing we put together, like the album was like Eternal Wax Wings, Eternal Sun, right? And like there was like an Icarus thing there, but then also like we kind of got the visual inspiration from fucking MF Grimm's album, right? Like the Downfall of Iblis, right? So there's that thing there, but like I always listened to that and I thought of Icarus, right? But then there's also like then you have like for Grail, like the first thing we did was Icarusian Triumph, right? Like so there
Hmm.
is this like insanity, but it's like you know, like I do think of it like I think of Rimbaud a lot with it because it's like this motherfucker like he brought like that nigga challenged the impossible, right? Like with this like what is eternity? I found it. It's the sun mixed with the sea, right? But he fucking stopped, right? Like he stopped. And you just can't. Like you can't stop. Like even like Mishima, like he went and like Mishima's thing was like like how do you like defeat perfection? Is like you destroy perfection, but maybe the lines got blurred, but like he still like he went for it. Like you can't stop. Like you can't stay in the forest. You can't stay away. Fuck the fucking like you can't stay in the cave, you can't stay in the monastery, like you can't, right? Like you get the fire, you fucking bring it back, right? And then you all set the fucking place ablaze, and then you keep fucking doing it, right? Like so that like yeah, that's the surge of it.
Fair enough. For this to leave off too, and it's just kind of like a little promo I want to do. You guys have a ton of shows coming up. You guys are playing at the B&B Bowl, which like that's probably crazy sharing a stage with VOD, Madball, Slapshot. But then you also have some headliners in May with Erode, and then you're playing with Demise, and then you guys
Mhm.
are. I know you love your travel, as you said. You guys are going to Montreal to play.
Jesus
With
Christ.
sheer terror for Be About It Fest.
Yeah. I got a friend up in Montreal. It's crazy because we should like not like each other. Um but like that's like my homie. I remember like graduating and then like I was like some other shit happened. Like I had lost my fucking shit and was like, yo, I'm gonna come up to Candy. He's like, okay, dude, fucking clear this house for like a fucking like up to like 5 days for me. No fucking questions, right? And it's just like we were friends online for like 5 years just from like sharing art shit, like no like enjoying like William Burroughs and stuff like that, right?
Hmm.
And it was just full fucking level. Like he's a little bit older than me, and he was more of like the electronic, like goth scene and stuff too. But like motherfucker knows his shit, you know. Like so, it's like I can kind of like I knew it would be taken care of. So like going to Canada now, like that's the point of like I'm cool with it, and
Yeah.
I'll enjoy it to that degree. Maybe if we drive, I'm gonna fight these motherfuckers, but it'll be a little. I'm gonna I'll make it fucking shitty, but it'll probably be enjoyable. I'll probably just like talk and smile or some shit like that. But that show in May is gonna like that. I'm looking forward to that so much, so much to get to play with the homies from fucking Florida and shit again. Like that, holy shit! And I think what's is Field of Visions on that shit, right?
I'm pretty sure. If
Yeah.
not, it's that's in the Woodshop show with Demise. It's one or the other though.
Okay, yeah, then it's Long Island. Field of Vision is the absolute fucking truth. Pure, pure. Like it's insane.
Field is with the Road show. I just looked it
Yeah,
up.
that show is gonna be like I don't know what to do because like Long Island motherfuckers like love fucking shit up on the sides of places like in pure style. But the cats in Florida, like they have it too, but they are like the people that know how to like obliterate fuck annihilation because you can annihilation is taking it to right to the edge like they will destroy a room like they are the only motherfuckers that can mosh in the middle of a room with pure fucking style and absolute fury, right? Like they like I look forward to that so much. And then like to top it off like when we were even down there like we were destroying each other to a road, so like that shit's gonna be insane. I'm so excited for that show specifically. um
Yeah, I definitely have to
yeah.
go out to one. I have to pick one and make the trip out from Philly for sure.
If you do, I say it's that one. Like that's gonna be the most dumb shit ever. And like at that video specifically, it's like that's
I
like
never been there. Is it small?
uh too like yeah, but there's like kind of like if you don't want to be in the mix of shit, like you can kind of like go to the side, but like
Yeah.
it is like that is like the spot for like dumbness. Like if you saw any of the videos for like the record release show we did, like that's where it was.
Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out then.
That was like the venue when I was younger that like older people would be like, okay, you know, like if you go, just be careful. Like
Yeah,
that was the like the
that
beat down
venue.
like beaten ass venue back in the day. And like
Yeah,
I mean there's a heart of that now. Like you maybe I mean everybody moshes like there's no tomorrow. So there's it's escalated a little bit more there for the sense of it. I guess like if you're like in a fucking like Dionysian hall, you're gonna go for it, you know?
why
So
not, right?
yeah, but I recommend that's the one. The all out awards of my shit, that's gonna be fucking crazy. Maybe I'll stand over here, you know. That's a fucking lie. I'm not gonna be able to do that, right? Like it's gonna be insane. But yeah. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it, Jason.
I appreciate the the interest and the patience we get it together, and you know,
Absolutely. I'm glad we finally
uh,
got it done too. I know we both have very different schedules, so this worked out perfectly.
yeah, absolutely, this is good. I enjoy it. Thank you very much, yo.
Absolutely. Guys, there'll be a ton of links down below. I'll put Grail's Instagram. There's a ton of shows that's coming up, festivals. They are on Streets of Hate. I know that there's still cassettes for sale, and I know that they usually put up like leftovers when shit's available, but shit's usually not available. So pop out to a show, say hello, buy some merch, do whatever. Beat someone up, but don't actually beat someone up. Till next time. Peace, guys.